This poem is called The Great Brain Robbery. We inhabit our soft machines, grey matter sat at the peak, seeing over words we speak, some of which invite and incite brain cells to vacate and ignite under the heat of desert days, leaving behind an empty cave. Hello everyone, it's James here, welcome in, I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be reacting to the woman whose blood sugar is higher than Wiz Khalifa on top of the Burj Khalifa. It is Foodie Beauty, and today it is Arabic meal, exclamation mark. Meat tikka falafel, dolma, bread and hummus, arayas, chatty mukbang. No ASMR to be found. Hallelujah. I think there are still eating sounds though, so just be warned of that. But she does talk a lot, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. We'll turn her down a little bit, and we'll put the closed captions on. I don't think they'll be that great because she talks a lot, but we'll see. Anyway, so what we can see here already, we've got the falafel here, and we've got this kind of pastry thing. We've got the dolma. We've got a load of bread here, and this is the meat tikka, which she doesn't actually like, even though she goes for a bit after she says she doesn't like it, which, you know, if you don't like something, you'll go for a bit more, won't you? Anyway, let's get into it.
Sorry if my camera placement is not perfect. Whatever.
Don't worry, darling, it's fine.
So, today I have this is a new flavor. Zero sugar tropical passion fruit and mango, and it is so good and refreshing.
Wonderful, so refreshing, so tasty, so creamy, so savory.
And
Clip, clip, clip.
they gave me a whole thing of bread for this. I have Arabic food. I'm sorry some of you prefer Western food, but I don't live in the white bread world anymore, people. Two should be enough.
One odd, oh, one odd thing to say. I don't live in the white bread world anymore, people. Well, you had KFC, which was white bread. You had Taco Bell, which was white bread. You had Subway, which was white bread. So I guess you're still in the white bread world, and that bread looks pretty white to me. So kind of a weird flex, if we're being honest here, Foodie. It's yeah, it's kind of odd.
And if it's not, well, I'll help and I'll pop. So this is from Salah's dinner. He told me to take a few. So I just took a few falafel and an arayas, and he doesn't need the grilled peppers. So they're all mine. I have some. I'm gonna put the bread under here. Some Warrock Inab, stuffed dolma grape leaves. Yes, please, all days of the week.
Dolma?
This is here. Presentation, people. Okay?
I like saying that word, dolma. I believe in Greek it's dolmades. Stuffed vine leaves. Kalimera to all my Greek viewers out there. I'm not a big fan of vine leaves, but I am wanting to try some moussaka. I would love to try some. Oof, makes me giddy just thinking about it.
And okay, cool. And you're gonna get it. Meat hamsa.
Mystery meat hamster.
I hope it's beef, but I don't know about that.
If you were a foodie, right, you would be able to tell the difference between beef and lamb, wouldn't you? I think it's beef. Oh, it might be lamb. It might be turkey. You silly sausage. How do you not know what it is? Also, if you've ordered it, wouldn't you know what kind of meat you've ordered? I just find it really bizarre that, like, when she gets certain things, she doesn't know what it is that she's ordered or that her husband's ordered. More to the point, I suppose. Yeah, it's just really odd. If I was getting an order, I'd want to know exactly the kind of toppings on my pizza or the kind of meat in the curry, you know, that kind of thing. It sounds so simple, and yet here we are, complicating the issue with Ms. Foodie Beauty.
Anyway, it looks good. It has tomatoes, meat chunks. It's tikka. It's basically tikka hamsa, yeah. So,
It doesn't look very
alright, anyway.
nice.
Let's get...
The only thing that looks nice is to me, the only thing that looks nice to me is the falafel. That looks quite nice. That's basically chickpeas, isn't it? Or what do you say in America? Garbanzo beans. Yeah, garbanzo beans for chickpeas in America, I believe. I think that's what that is. The dolmades don't look appetizing to me. I'm not a big fan of that kind of thing anyway. The white bread looks nice, but you can't really mess up white bread, can you? Let's be honest. I've never looked at white bread and looked, well, that looks horrible. Like, unless it's like really thick and stodgy and it's not been baked properly, but more often than not, when you buy something from the shop, it is baked properly. So, yeah, I'm going off on a tangent.
Get into it. Bismillah. Let's have a falafel.
Ooh, nummy num.
A pepper. A bite of arayas. Arayas has minced meat in the middle. What do you want?
Numbers. Hashtag free Julia.
Grape leaves. Cucumber.
She really joneses for the dolmades, doesn't she? It's yeah. Like I'm glad she's jonesing for like some kind of green leaf, you know. It's kind of makes me weep to see Foodie having a craving for a vegetable. It's wonderful. Oh, imagine Foodie would crave vegetables. It's just amazing. Oh. M for
So I have some things I want to talk about today.
Right.
I want to address my previous video. Oh, I bit my cheek.
Oh yeah. The previous video is her talking about us reactors stealing her content. Now, I touched on this in the previous video, and obviously I fall well under the umbrella of being transformative and a commentary and educational. And comedy does fall under fair use as well, and sometimes I do make a funny, ha ha he he. And yeah, like I said previously in the last video, 99% of reaction channels are fair use, transformative content. You got the outliers who just, you know, upload her verbatim videos for archival purposes, and that's it. You know, nothing much to say on the matter, really, even though we've got a 22-minute video from Foodie. I'm sure she will have a lot to say on the matter, because this is the last time she's going to talk about this, guys, right? She's never going to talk about it again. Ever. Never again. This is the last time ever in the history of forever. Write it in the Doomsday Book. Write it in the back of a Rizla packet. Write it on the back of a cigarette packet. We're done. We're not talking about this anymore. Till tomorrow.
Previous video one last time. Maybe that's a sign not to. No, if I bit my tongue, then I would take it as a sign, but this was my cheek.
It's still your mouthful area.
About the content thieving, haters, whatever you want to call it. Although at this point, these people, I don't think they're haters, because I think they're fans at this point.
I would say I'm neither a hater nor a fan. Because, like I say, actually, no, I guess I am a hater in some respects, because I find her content to be dangerous. Like, what she's eating now is not the portion size that a diabetic should be having, especially somebody with blood sugar as high as hers. Her last recorded blood sugar on her live was 11.6, and that was a postprandial reading, and postprandial readings should be below. The Diabetes UK website says 8.5, I believe, for a type 2 diabetic. I unfortunately don't have much knowledge of being a type 1 diabetic, because obviously I've never had type 1 diabetes, and my grandfather had type 1 diabetes, but unfortunately I was very young, and I didn't know what he did to I don't know what he took to try and control his blood sugar. Obviously, I know he took insulin, but unfortunately he lost both his legs due to uncontrolled type 1, so obviously he didn't handle it very well. And it being the late 80s, early 90s, there wasn't nearly as much information as there is now. Diabetes nowadays is a lot better handled, and people can live healthy lives working around their diabetes. So yes, if you're type 1 diabetic, I would urge you to speak to your diabetic nurse, speak to an endocrinologist, just to make sure that you have the appropriate information. Obviously, myself, I can only give information that pertains to me. So everything I say is just to nudge you in the right direction to get your own proper information. So essentially, this is for entertainment purposes only. And I want to thank everybody who's been in touch with me regarding type 2 diabetes, saying that it's given them more knowledge and it's helped them to seek out more knowledge about the type 2 diabetes that they have, or they want to take steps to prevent getting type 2 diabetes in the future. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who messages me and writes comments about that. So thank you.
They're my biggest fans.
My name's Stan, your biggest Stan.
Those are hot peppers. Woo. In particular,
My teeth has gone cold and wondering why I did this video at all. Oh dear.
the reception from the video. Now, first I want to start by saying I feel like an ASS because I was getting so many.
Say it. Arse. You're a big old arse. You feckin' arse, you.
DMs from you guys. By the way, if you guys want to say something to me, I can't guarantee when I'll get back to you guys, but
oh, she's so busy, guys. Like, she's got so much to do all day, like... You know?
I'm gonna try to start checking more often. So this has tomatoes, peppers, spices.
Go on, give us a laugh and have the lemon.
It tastes lamby. It might be lamb.
It tastes lamby. I reckon it's lamb.
Ugh,
it's horrible. I'm glad the eating sounds aren't nearly as egregious, but she still eats like a panther in the savannah. Do panthers live in the savannah? Well, they do now. Yeah, she still eats very sloppily and she still makes weird noises, but luckily the camera is not here, the microphone is not here, and she's not talking like this, and you can't hear her go, gloop, 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 you know? So at least there's that.
But that is lamb. Yep. No, I don't like lamb. I thought it was beef.
Do you remember when she dumped a pot full of lamb and was like, oh my god, this looks amazing, and it looked like a deleted scene from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? She loved it then, so what's changed? I don't know. She's an enigma, is our foodie. Wrapped in a hijab and a abaya. Have I got any coffee left? No, I've drank it already. One more like.
I'll be right back. Salah gave me more adayas and kutsia, I think, which is fava beans and hummus.
Lovely sauce there. Looks like...
Anyway.
You know.
So, by the way, still have to make the mac and cheese.
She's making a prison for Julia. Hashtag free Julia. This will not stand. Up with this, I will not put. Julia needs to be free. Julia must feel the heat of the Kuwaiti sun on her paws, and she'll go, ooh, 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 and then she'll get used to it, and then she will forever be free. I just can't wait for that day. Oh, Julia. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Anyway.
Because I feel bad because I want to let you know how much I felt ungrateful, but
Nice falafel sandwich there.
I look ungrateful
Yeah, you are ungrateful.
because I look like I don't appreciate the viewers I have, the fans I have, the views I have, the money I make. That's not my point. My point was not crying about how many views I'm getting.
Yeah, it was. She's crying about apparently all the reactors are stealing away the viewers because she actually has like 20,000 views for each video. Just 18,000 of those views are stolen by reaction channels, and that's just not on. That is just not on, right? So this video's been out for 4 hours, and it's got 2,510 views as of recording. So yeah, I'm about to steal 1,000 of those. Hee hee hee.
If it was just from people not being interested in my content or anything about me, that would be different. Fine, whatever. That's organic, you know, that's whatever. But this is the comment I want to address because few people are saying very smugly, to be frank, I would not watch your comment. I don't like raw dogging your content. I don't like your content. I go to reaction channels to watch them. Really, really. Okay. So then tell me why.
She's angry. She's about to rage eat this entire dolmades arayas falafel smorgasbord. Oh, and the white bread, which apparently doesn't exist in Kuwait. It just exists in the Western world, you know. No white bread in Kuwait. None at all. None. Absolutely zero white bread in Kuwait, I'm sure.
When these reaction channels, do any other content, like vlogging, whatever they do, and if I'm not in the title, and if I'm not in the tag, and if I'm not in the thumbnail, or I'm not the subject of the stream, or the video, they get no views.
Crunch, angry crunch there from Foodie Beauty. She has just dropped the mic on the reaction channels. Yeah, boy. So, yeah, I mean, you know, she's partially correct. I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, if I suddenly do a video about existential dread, I'm going to get the same amount of viewers that I would doing a Foodie Beauty react. I'm not, you know, I'm not completely incapable of rational thought. It takes time to, you know, get viewers back when you pivot your content. And, you know, I primarily want this channel to be about me. So I do videos about myself, and I do the videos about Foodie Beauty. And, yeah, some of the shorts that I post don't do as well as my Foodie Beauty reacts. But, you know, my transformation short is on about 9,000 views, something like that. So you know there are views there, and like I say, I'm not going to be a fool and think, right, I'm just going to branch out on my own and, you know, do videos about squirrels. There's a squirrel outside. So yeah, I mean, it's she's just being facetious, basically. You know, you've got to understand that when you are a personality that makes content and you suddenly pivot to do something else, it will take a lot of time for your audience to adjust. And some people will leave, some people will come back, some people will stay, you'll get new audience, things like that. So for her to say, all right, immediately stop talking about me and immediately do something else, you need a kind of gradual period of time in order to get yourself back up and running. So she is partially correct. I'm not gonna deny that, you know, she's like, oh, she's wrong. I'll do a video about cheese and I'll get 20,000 viewers. You know, I'm not about to be all like that. It is a case. Like, I'll take an example from Twitch. If you are a streamer and you play the game Grand Theft Auto 5 and you get 10,000 viewers a stream doing Grand Theft Auto 5, and then suddenly you play Dark Souls 2, you will probably get like half of that audience watching you, because people know you for a certain thing. They know you because you're a Grand Theft Auto 5 streamer. And when you suddenly play Dark Souls 2, a lot of the people who are there are going to be fair weather. You know, they're not going to be there for when you play something else. They're actually there for the game rather than the person. But you have to realize that there are a number of people who will be there for you as a person. And that may not translate to the number of followers or subscribers that you actually have. And you have to be honest with yourself and realize that, yeah, things aren't going to be easy if you pivot towards doing something else. But if you're brave enough to take that step, you will eventually reap the rewards. So for her to say, go do something else right flipping now, is just facetious. It's just trying to be all smug and things like that, when she has already outlined that she is a food eater, of travel vlogger, a talking streamer. So she's already outlined these things that she does. So she is going to keep that central nucleus of people. And she doesn't stray from her comfort zone. We know this because almost every video is just her sat there eating food. That is a majority of her content. So if she was to do something brave and outside of her comfort zone, she would lose views. So, you know, Foodie, you need to take your own advice. And if you want to do something else that strays from your norm, you are going to lose viewers. It's the same for everyone. You have to be an extremely strong personality in order to keep the majority of your audience when you do something else. You know, it's like if I don't know, if Bruce Springsteen did an opera album, he would lose a lot of his audience because, you know, you don't know Bruce Springsteen for opera. You know him for his rock and roll, you know?
It doesn't make sense. Like, you're not going there to, like, you know, why not go there and just hang out with them then and watch their content if you like them so much?
We did that yesterday and it was
I want to see their take
marvelous.
on what your content is. No, you want to see them make fun of me because there's no take on you eating something. No, that maybe.
Well, there is. I have the take that you're being dangerous with your own body and potentially influencing other people to damage their body via this excessive eating. I've been to the brink of being 500 pounds. You know, I've been to the brink of having my blood sugar being well into the 20s. I have the lived experience of being so close to not being around anymore that I want to make sure that there are people in the world that have somebody like me to think, okay, life's not so bad. I can do this. I can do this incrementally. I can do this without having to completely flip things around within a week. It's taken me years to get to this point, and I'm only partially through my weight loss journey. Now, the weight loss journey is not the only thing that I've been through. I've also, you know, struggled with addiction. I've struggled with depression, and I still do struggle with addiction and depression to this day. It's never going to disappear for me. The only thing that changes is my resilience and the fact that I get stronger every day, whether that be physically or mentally. If I'm 1% stronger every single day, physically and or mentally, I am on the right path to succeeding. And that's all I need. You only need that 1% to get you through each day. And if you get more than 1%, if you get 5%, 10%, that is absolutely fantastic. If you just go for the 1%, you are doing amazingly. And don't let anybody else tell you so. I do get the occasional comment regarding my daily diet. It's not perfect. I am willing to accept that. You know, I still have some processed foods, and that's just something that will change eventually. And, you know, at the end of the day, not everybody, we live in a society where not everything is going to be unprocessed. Everything is processed to a certain degree, apart from, like, obviously some fruits and vegetables and meats and things like that. So, you know, you are a product of the society that you live in, and I still eat processed foods, and there's no getting away from that. You just have to know how to handle things and make sure that the majority of what you eat is unprocessed and is satiating. So just don't let anybody bring you down when you're doing your best and you know that you're improving. You can tell that you're improving, because even if you cut out a single thing every day or every week, even, you're on the right path to success. And whether that be in addiction, whether that be in weight loss, we're all we're all fallible human beings. Nobody is perfect. I'm sure the people that comment about me saying, "Oh, you eat too many crisps. Oh, you eat too much chocolate for a diabetic." I have occasionally one chocolate bar in the evening for dessert, and it doesn't really do anything to my blood sugar. So, yeah, just you forge your own path, and you improve as quickly or as slowly as you allow yourself. So just take heart that you're not alone when you've got people like myself and others that give this information, who've been to the edge and who have been alone, and are now imparting their experiences so that fewer people get to the point that we did.
You can bitch about somebody big eating something bad, or they shouldn't, all day long. But something like, really, if my content is so boring, that means there's nothing going on. So what is there to discuss? What is there to spin on? No, you just go there to see people be hateful. You hate on me because you don't like me.
I think I'm I think I'm one of the reactors that doesn't really hate on her very much. I call her a stupid idiot because a lot of the things she does are bloody stupid. Like, she's eating a ton of white bread, she's eating like pastry, she's eating a massive amount of dolmades, she's eating like 4 falafels, you know? It's excessive. She is an excessive eater. So if we're going by her definition of what she thinks binge eating is, I wouldn't class this as a binge for her. Although the way she's talking, she is definitely comfort eating, because she's, you know, big angry about the fact that reaction channels get more views than her. But yeah, this is definitely a comfort eating scenario. Not necessarily a binge, but definitely eating for comfort.
So don't try to make it something it's not. And my point was, these people don't use my content in a fair use way. Some people do. Do I ever talk about those people? No.
You don't ever talk about me, love.
Some people have legitimate things to talk about. They don't just play my entire video.
Yeah. All right. You need a drink break
And
for
steal
that.
it. There's even one reactor I can't stand.
She had to have a drink break mid-sentence because it's a lot. It's a lot of hard work talking. You know, I know that for nothing. I lose so many calories just doing these videos. It's wonderful. Maybe that's why that's the most exercise she does, when she actually talks a lot.
But I'll give him credit where it's due, because he doesn't play my entire video. He doesn't even play any of it. He takes screenshots usually and has some kind of thing he talks about. Now, I will say that it's usually petty at this point and really dumb, but it's still not stealing my content. Okay?
Mr. Steal Your
And if you
Content.
disagree, I challenge the reaction channels to go out, spend a few hours going out, touching grass, editing, whatever, do a vlog, make it, you have to edit for about at least an hour or two, and then let me take it and review the whole thing. All right? Let's do it.
But hasn't she tried doing reactions before? And she's just like, hee hee, you're a silly. Hey, you're a knob. Hey, you're a twat. She doesn't know how to do reactions. I just... She claims to be a creative person, but I don't see her creativity at all. I just don't see it in anything that she does. Like, honestly, she doesn't even like... All she does is put the camera in front of her gob and then film herself stuffing said gob with gluttonous amounts of foodstuffs and the occasional sugar-free beverage. So please tell me what kind of creativity goes into your mukbangs. I would be dying to know.
That's all my point was. It wasn't, oh no, poor me, I only have...
So creative the way she shoves that dolmadus in her face. Oh, God. If only Allen Ginsberg could see the way Foodie stuffs those vine leaves in her mouth. He'd be like, wow. I wish I'd never wrote those poems. I wish I was a mukbanger. Do you know what I mean?
this many views. It's because I only have this many views because people are stealing my content. That's it. And they've even admitted to that. A few of them. A couple of them.
Another falafel sandwich. What's that, like your fifth falafel sandwich?
That's it. Now, I want to say...
You don't need it.
I don't know if this will ever change. I don't know if something can be done about it.
What?
What I have to just focus on is those of you who watch me here.
Thank you. We're finally getting the idea. You don't need to keep going after the reaction channels. You need to focus on yourself and make good videos for the audience that you do have. Like I said, in the fair use video, you can just, go to a Kuwaiti restaurant and talk about the foods that they have there, make exceptional content, talk to the chefs maybe, talk to the maitre d' of the restaurant, things like that, And that's a good, excuse me, that's a good 30-minute video right there. So, I'm so sorry. I'm talking a lot. Yeah, that'd be an exceptional video to talk about. So, yeah.
Who love my content, who send me kind messages like this. Now, I didn't show the name of the person sending them, so I hope they don't mind, but these messages make my day. And they always remind me why I make videos.
You make videos to dunk on the haters, dab on them. I've never seen Foodie dab. Do you reckon she's got the energy to dab?
Of course, everybody on the platform wants to make money off their own content. Well, certain people want to make it off of mine only. But if you're on YouTube and you're uploading every day, you want to make money. Don't even lie to yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of capitalism at its finest, isn't it?
Bless you.
I'm here to inform and entertain, and making money's a nice bonus. I'm not going to deny that. I ain't going to be like, oh, no, I don't like... I hate making money. Oh, my God. I can't think of a worse thing than making money. Ugh, hack to spit on that thing.
We have life goals we want to achieve, and focusing on negativity, things I shouldn't be, are getting me nowhere.
Yeah, you're focusing on the wrong things when you need to be actually focusing on the audience that you do have. And it's dwindling even more because you're like, if you don't like it, bugger off. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. If you don't like it, flip off. If they flip off, who have you got left? All you've got is the reactors left, and then nobody's going to watch you. So, you need to be careful what you say. You're an influencer with a potential reach of 100,000 people every single day. So, yeah, you're going to have to watch what you say. You need to actually listen to the audience that you do have.
But I miss sharing a lot of my life with you guys.
You never go out.
I miss doing vlogs.
You never go out. You went out, what, like 2 weeks ago? Julia. Oh, my darling Julia.
So,
Does she not have any plates? I just noticed.
even if
She's using the lids for this. Does she have no clean plates? I bet there's a fucking... There's a plate mountain, and Julia scales it every morning, and she's like, I'm queen of the world! Ah, 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 ah. And then she goes back to her life as a captive in this small box room, looking out the window, wondering if she will ever get opposable thumbs and be able to open said window. One can dream, Julia. One can dream.
I have to put in a lot of work.
Oh, you work so hard, darling. Nobody chomps on a bit like you.
Only to get my content stolen. Like I said. Maybe that will change, maybe not.
Who knows? Make an effort.
I think if I do put an effort into my life, into my goals, into my content, and leave the rest up to God, I think, you know, so what, the same old haters from when I was in Canada, they don't want to watch me, fine, but I can build a new audience.
Well, yeah, that's what I've been saying. You know, improve your content and you'll get a new audience. Make interesting things that will appeal to a wider demographic, and maybe be a bit nicer. Maybe enhance your personality slightly, Foodie. You know, just a little bit, because I've seen your TikTok lives and you don't mesh with people very well. It's awkward to watch, Foodie. You know, if I was your management, I'd be like, we need a bit of there. We need a bit of you know, a bit of happiness from your smile there. You know, we need to watch your eyes light up when you eat the majbouche. You know, you need to have a bit of a smile about your features. You know, and then we'll get the wide audience. We'll go Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood, any wood of the alphabet. And I'm sure it'll work out fine for her.
The hater channels always get the same amount of views. Sure, they're more than mine right now, some of them. They don't have channels that have the potential to really... They don't really have the personality and the content for that, right? So...
Yeah, I'm bereft of personality, honestly.
And I'm not tooting my own horn. People must find me, to a degree, interesting, whether it's train wreck, wise, whatever, for me to be talked about so much.
So, buttons. Yeah?
I will continue to try to.
This is at 1.5.
A lot of you already really like
I know I don't talk fast most of the time, but good lord.
my vlogs.
More bread, let's go.
Some travel in the future.
Travel in the future. Maybe a MasterCard run.
Falafel is filling. It's made with beans, so.
Fluffle is indeed filling. You're right there, captions. You ever had fluffle?
I give the meat to Salah.
You gave the meat to Salah, you filthy harlot.
I'm gonna save these.
Oh, you beast.
They're good, but. So that's all I wanted to say.
Is that all you wanted to say?
And I
Till
realized,
tomorrow.
like, trying to do like ASMR. I was like, this is boring, you know?
It's not boring, she just realised that nobody wants to hear her eat. Watching her eat is bad enough, but actually hearing her esophagus do peristalsis is not my idea of a good time, honestly.
People are not watching those ASMR videos for the person doing them. They just like the sounds and everything. They don't even have to show their face. I like attention.
Yeah, we know that. You like the attention, yet you hate the attention that the reaction channels give you. If anything, the reaction channels keep you in the manner to which you are accustomed. So, you know, you're a bit duplicitous there, our foodie.
I like to show my personality. I like to show, you know, myself.
Well, that's dangerous, foodie, showing your personality.
So,
what are you thinking about? I don't know, falafels, I guess. Foodie. Foodie. You gonna say
I
something?
honestly
Oh, okay.
believe
You believe in a
that
thing
I have a
called
lot of
love?
lessons to learn. And that's why I keep making the same mistakes with certain things.
Well, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. One can only do so many chicken majboos videos and expect different amount of views on them. So, yeah. Sorry, foodie. I think you're going to have to be a bit more creative with the food that you eat, somehow. Just going to take notes from Hungry Fat Chick. Oh, yeah. So I've got to go
So,
every 2 minutes? No, 90 seconds? No, every minute? 40 seconds, yeah.
that's what I wanted to say.
Oh, and you
I'm not
say,
talking about that
hey,
anymore.
at the beginning. Right, yeah.
Or at least I hope.
And how many chicken nuggets is
I
that?
try.
85. 85 chicken nuggets. Every
But I
40
saw a few comments like that. I'm
seconds.
like, yeah, okay.
And then, hey, y'all, at the beginning. Right. So that should
You
equate
love
to
watching the reactions
50,000
for them and their
views, right?
personality, but you don't watch their videos that are not about me. All right.
And at the end of the day, I guess she wishes for the Hungry Fat Chick views. Because that's where the money is.
But we're not vlog channels. No, because you can't be, because you suck and you won't show yourself.
Look.
And like I've seen, they've tried to do vlogs.
I am here. I am queer. Get used to it. I show my face all the time, darling. You have to realise that, you know, you can't keep a face like this off camera. You know? You can't keep a face like this hidden from the world. It's just not right. It's just not fair on my loving audience. I need this face to live. If I don't have a face, I'm the man without a face. I'm Mel Gibson, possibly, if that's the guy I'm thinking of.
One reactor. It sucks. And the views show that. So then why don't you watch their vlogs if you're so into their content? They add things to the content. Some people, yes. Some people.
Oh, so people watch her for her personality. It's such a marvelous personality, let's be honest. Oh, you conceited cow.
And it's usually the people who are interesting that have actual talent to do videos, whether it's artistic or whatever. They transform my content. That's the point I was making. You know, because I want to say this very seriously. I am
Nostrils
very,
flaring.
very grateful for the channel I have, what I do have now, for the views I do have already, for my audience.
Julia's mastered the art of teleportation. Finally. She's done it. She's mastered the art of teleportation. Now all she needs to do is teleport herself outside the window. But maybe that's different technology that she requires. Now, if she gets enough plastic forks and spoons, I reckon she'll be able to teleport outside within about a week. Yeah, I reckon so. Oh, Julia, I'm so proud of you. She's got a degree in physics and nuclear chemistry, don't you know? Yeah. She actually was in a relationship with another cat who was a doctor at Kuwaiti Hospital in Kuwait City. And yeah, she was snatched away in the middle of the night by some rotund woman wearing a hijab. And she had all this like white sauce around her mouth. And that's the last thing that Julia remembers. And yeah, I guess she might be traumatized by that theft in the middle of the night. So yeah, Julia, we're all here for you, and we hope that you are able to escape someday. And if you need any more plastic forks, I'm sure Foodie will unwittingly give you some when she can't be bothered to do her washing up, which is every single day.
For everything. I'm so grateful. So I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. My point was different than that. I'm telling you, gratitude is huge, you know? Anyway, Julia.
Her gratitude is huge when she needs the views. So yeah, she's got the gratitude now, but if the views go up, she'll be like, okay, okay. Beezer who? Who's a Beezer? What's a Beezer?
What are you doing? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Well, I don't want to watch that again. Yeah, so, yeah, very interesting video from the Foodster here. I think that she will just keep doing the same content with the occasional sprinkling of a vlog, and she'll just stay in her comfort zone and be happy with the amount of views that she gets. I don't think she's ever going to change. The only thing that changes are the sands of time, and you can take that to the bank. And look, my plaque's here. Hold on, I'm mirrored, I think. There we are. Anyway, the word of the day is plaque. Very good. Anyway, you take care, guys, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.